half time, mate.
Yep.
We won't get a chance, but when we get a first goal or something about it, Dom.
Yeah, when they're lining up for goal, yep.
Yes, and welcome back. As we said, the ball's gone quickly into the Inverleigh forward line. There's a free kick being given. Pushing the back or into infringement there to Dalton Grundle, so he's going to go back and shoot for goal 35 to 40 metres out directly in front. And as we said at half-time, Inverleigh were 5-7, 37, 6-6, 42 to the Thompson side, but Inverleigh now a chance to go back in front. The kick's not going to be straight enough, and it's going to go towards the behinds.
Oh.
Lands in the goal square and has been pushed through for... Oh, no, it hasn't. Robbie Lowe has got boot the ball by the looks of it. I think it was Robbie Lowe.
It was, yeah. Look, one would hope. I think this game's been umpired really well, but I don't know about that free kick there. I know technically it may have been right, but I just thought Sean O'Neill was, body holding his position while Dalton Grundle was pushing back, and the umpire, paid the free kick. I just hope that that they continue to umpire the way they were umpiring the first half.
Yep, well, we're already heading the Anarchy game. Belmont Lions 6-13-49, leading the Roos 5-4-34. Werribee Central's 9-10-64, leading Winchelsea 7-8-50. And I'll just also add Bannockburn 7-10-52, leading North Geelong 31. And actually, while we've got another second, East Geelong 10-6-66, leading Corio 9-2-56.
So back in the middle of the ground, this time picked up McLeod, gets interception, goes back into their forward line and towards Marshall. Over the top is McHenry. Other players allowed to go on, picked up by McLeod, got it out towards Stephen McLeod, kicked back into the forward line. Meehan goes back, couldn't trap the ball. He's running it back towards the goal square and he will see it through for a minor score to the Thompson side. So we have scores locked away at 6 goals, 7 apiece here. And with Casey Meehan doing the kicking in, he goes to the back pocket, kick short to Grozdanowski. Again, short kick outside. Did it land inside the field of play? No, it didn't. Resulting free kick to Thompson. So Thompson very quickly through Holwell, goes back towards a dangerous position at full forward. Marcus not taken. Justin White had it. Now he's over the top of the ball, tries to force his way off the ground. Umpire stands back, says no, there's no prior opportunity. And the umpire will come in and have a ball up about 15 metres out from goal, directly in front. Thompson, attacking end. Ball quickly up. This time the ball comes down, running towards it. Mays, he stops and props and gets it. Went low, was probably tackled high, but didn't get the free kick this time.
I think that was good umpiring, Dale, to tell you the truth. He ducked down, so, fair enough.
So the ball thrown up very quickly by the umpire. Hyman just guarding the space. Now he goes back and picks it up, and umpire again will do the same thing once again.
Still an arm wrestle, mate. No one's broken away early doors. I know it's early doors in this quarter. Ball's down the Thompson end and ball's thrown up and Hybens gets the knockout, but it's to Gardner. Gardner looks inside, can't get the handball away and out of bounds it goes.
So another ball will take place deep in the forward line. Thrown in by the umpire. Both ruckman, neither of them get a touch on the ball. Beat up by Bowles, handball back towards goal. Coming through, McLeod. Handballs over the top, went from Stephen to Brent. He's tackled in the goal square, so there's plenty of pressure arriving. And another ball up will take place.
Reece Howell just setting up the wall there. Sam Jacker's the loose, so he could get the turnover if Inverleigh get the kick out. But instead it looks like it will be tapped through as predicted. And James Hybens, he could be the hero for Thompson, punching through a rush behind.
6 goals, 8 now to the Thompson side. They lead Inverleigh on 6 goals, 7. Jack Filet doing the kicking in.
This, these kick-ins are all important because, once they get a free break, and that one's not going to be that. It's out on the outer wing side, and it's come into a contest with both Thompson and Inverleigh, and it rushed out on about the 50-metre line. If they can get a clear kick out and they can make space, we've seen it a couple of times today go from one end to the other, whereas, just kicking into a contest doesn't always work, I don't think.
Umpire about to restart play. Thrown back in. Ball, Ruckman both didn't get a hand on it again. Sims picks the ball up, was going to give it to Brent McLeod. He's got the ball in front of himself now. He's got the handball and support there from Martin Yu. His kick, left foot, went off the side of the boot, ran back towards centre wing, coming up. Denham picks the ball up. Took a couple of bounces. Now on the left boot, goes back towards centre half forward. Marshall in front, brought it down, picked up by McLeod. Stephen on the left foot, he just angles it right through the middle of the goals. And he has his first goal of the afternoon. The 7th now for Thompson. They're 7 goals, 8. They lead in the lead on 6 goals, 7. And we have gone 5 minutes, third quarter. The Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
Well, that answers my question from earlier in the call. What can he do? There you go.
Well, there's no doubt he's come back and he's looking a lot freer in his action and everything like that because before he went away, Stephen's an older body and he certainly was struggling with getting around the ground. But it's the holiday's done him the world of good. He hit the pack really hard, but have a look and see who's on him. We'll see where he goes. He'll be standing up here on his own. You watch.
So a ball up, back in the middle of the ground. Both players at it. Bowls over the top, knocks it down towards Sims, coming off the wing. Mays picked up by Sims, got the handball to Bowles. He couldn't quite pick the ball up. Meehan, a little bit faster, got to it, got the handball away, went back towards Mays. Has a player outside. This time he was taken high. Similar thing, just able to dip his legs and gets taken high. Goes out wide towards Hybens. Should have taken the mark because he only had Gardner with him. Got the handball away. In the row to Logue, goes into the forward line. Carson's out in front and takes the mark. So Paul Carson's to bring the margin back closer. Will it be by 1 by 6? We'll soon find out. But he's going to shoot 40 metres out from goal.
Transition, mate, isn't it? Quick transition. You don't give the backman much of a chance. A player the calibre of Carson just needs to step on you, and he'll take the mark out in front of his eyes straight away.
So Carson's this afternoon has the 1. Comes in and tries to kick goal number 2. Looks a nice looking kick off the boot, and I think that's pretty good. Paul Carson has his second, and the 7th now for Inverleigh. 7-7 to Inverleigh, 7-8 to Thompson, and 7 minutes gone. Third quarter, the Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
One thing I'm noticing here, Holwell's doesn't usually come off the ground. He's been off the ground a lot today, so obviously thinking about late in the game.
I'd still rate he'd be one of Thompson's top 2 players today, in my opinion.
No, I wouldn't have thought, but that's okay. Everyone's got opinions. They're like haircuts. Some are good and some aren't. He worked hard, Reece. He certainly works hard. One of the things that lets him down, and I think has let him down a little bit today, has been his disposal. But no one could question his in and under and his hard work.
So the ball's moved quickly back into Inverleigh's forward line. But Brad White this time takes the ball out of defence and delivers the ball back towards centre wing. Andrew has it this time. Andrew White, far side of the ground. And he goes along the boundary line. Kick will need to be good over the top. Taylor, good hands.
Move forward, Taylor.
I think he might have. That's good for the Thompson side, I think. Goes forward. McLeod, Brent out in front. Couldn't take the mark at full stretch. Picked up by Gardner. Handball interception there by Grozdanowski. Got the handball away. Cheney will see the ball over the boundary line. No, it didn't make it. Gardner back quickly towards the forward line. McHenry had it. Put it down. Picked up there. Tackle comes on. Brent McLeod. Umpire says a little bit high. And the free kick will go to Inverleigh. Jack Filer, I think it is. So he's got himself off the ground. Looks very quickly. Goes across the ground. Goes in space by himself to Blasio. He comes outside 50. Goes towards Willie Hamer. Jack is also there. I don't know whether Jack went after the ball then, as it was a little bit high. And infringement will go the way of Inverleigh. And Willie Hamer. He goes short. Back towards Nathan Mays. And Nathan Mays will now steady things down for the Inverleigh side. Options are plenty upfield, but the kick was poor, smothered by Jacker. Handball goes back over the top. Miss Gardner coming through. Wilson, he also left it behind. Picked up by Drew once again to Muir. He was tackled from behind, led the ball over the top. And the running player out there is Mays on the left foot. He goes into the forward line. Carson's up in front. Back of the contest, the ball runs. Hutchison arrives. Could give a handball. Kicks the right boot to back towards goal. It's running. It goes one way, then the other. And will be on over the bound through for a minor score. Blake Hutchison's first score of the afternoon. We'll see things tied up once again. 7 goals, 8 apiece. And we have gone 9 minutes into the third quarter. The Grandy Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
He may have been able to give a handball there and allow someone to run in, but I think he was entitled to have a shot for goal from about 30 out.
Yep. So it's marked there by Taylor. And also credit to Troy Smith, former Newtown teammate, just tapping it over for the rush behind. But Justin White Did well in the interleague game, sidesteps around his opponent, puts it on his right, and they head towards the centre square. There's a contest here. There's a few players under it. Now it's just fallen in the air. De Blasio was on top, as were a few other Thompson players, almost kicking in danger. Umpire says, yes, it is. And De Blasio gets a handball straight away to Garrard, only as far as Thompson's Brad White there, was it? No?
Yeah, Brad White.
Yeah, Brad White. So he gets his kick to Brent McLeod.
Look at Ryan.
Put it on his right.
McLeod's seen him.
Ryan's there. Crumbed it there in the forward square. We'll probably have a stoppage. And we will.
Why would the Thompson player run into him?
I don't know. I don't know which one it was meant for.
It was meant for. It was no doubt it was meant for Ryan.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And White decides to run into his hole.
So Gerard is tackled and he's been pinged there.
Brent McLeod's given him a bit of a pat on the head there too, just to let him know that he got him.
He's in the league mate from last week. No longer mates this week.
he's a competitive beast, Brent, I can tell you. Don't worry about that.
So Brent McLeod has 3 of 7. He can now kick 4 of 8. If he kicks truly, and the game will give Thompson the lead once again by that goal. So from the top of the square, you would think a very big chance to kick his 4th goal for this afternoon. Comes in. Nice looking kick off the boot. Umpire says that's okay. And the 8th goal for the Thompson side. They're 8-8-56. They lead in the lead on 7-8-50. And we have gone 11 minutes into the 3rd quarter. The Grandie Cycling Sports 3rd quarter scoreboard.
I think you find White's gone back into the middle of the ground too, whereas he was half forward for a lot of that 2nd quarter. I think they certainly look a little better. Interestingly enough, we've got Ryan on Hybens in the ruck contest. So
would Alex Denham be an option, Mitch, to do a little bit of rucking with his?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen him do it. So they're obviously just giving him a little spell. I'm interested to see how they're rotating and doing things like that, because if there has been a criticism, that's been one of them. They've run out of steam because of their better players not being rotated off the ground.
They're doing plenty of that today. The ball quickly into the forward line. Brent McLeod, clean pick up. We're on the right boot. Little short chip going forward. Jackson McLeod comes out and takes the mark. So Jackson McLeod now with an opportunity to go back and kick the goal, which will stretch the margin to 12 points.
That elastic's just starting to stretch, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it was like in the first 10 minutes where Inverleigh got away and then they settled and Thompson came back, and now Thompson are doing the stretching. As we said, Brendan Jackson McLeod, he's got one also this afternoon. So he comes in, kicks towards goal, and unfortunately that's going to be short to the near side. So 1 goal, 2 to Jackson McLeod, and 8-9 now to the Thompson side. 7-8 in the lead, 12 minutes gone. 3rd quarter with De Blasio. Looks like he's doing the kicking in. Looking for Grundle to get outside the rest of the opposition. He's up. Can't take the mark. Good spoil by Jacket. Went back and collected. Tried to feed the handball. Unfortunately, over the boundary line it goes.
Brent and Jackson, they've kicked 70 goals so far, and we're only in round 9. So it's one of the best partnerships going around in the league.
So ball tapped out the back, picked up there by Grundle. He tried to work his way through the contest on hands and knees. Now the umpire comes in and takes the ball from Justin White, last player to get off the ground. Quick ball up now by the umpire. Jacker doing some ruck work. That might be a good option as well, because
yes.
Ball, Grosdanovsky with a little bit of strength, works his way through the contest. O'Neill was trying to get the ball moving quickly, only as far this time as Casey got the handball to low, back to Meehan. Meehan able to get through the contest, looked up, had a little short kick. Cations continued to run. Umpire says, well, that's okay. He might have pulled up one step just short of being play-on situation. He goes out wide. Drew comes up, takes the mark from behind. Player leads at him. It's going to in Carson's direction. He's up in front, and a good strong pair of hands. And he takes the mark now, and he will go back, and he will shoot for goal.
Visually and optically looking at it, I thought Armstrong, you get the chip kick. I just think a lot of these kicks going to Carsten are unrealistic, but the 34-year-old, he just keeps jumping and keeps grabbing them, so good on him.
So Paul Carson comes in, kicks towards goal. Umpire hardly moves 1 inch, and he has his 3rd goal, and now the 8th goal for Inverleigh. They're 8-8. 56, they trail Thompson on 8-9-57. 14 minutes gone. 3rd quarter to Grandis Cycling Sports, 3rd quarter scoreboard.
Interesting enough, White has changed with Helwell, and Reese has gone forward. He's got a bit of a calf. His calf's heavily strapped. He hurt it a little bit Thursday night, so just be interested to see This midfield we've got in here now is Sims, Wilson, Ryan and Marshall, I think. Yeah.
So ball back in the middle of the ground. Again, Hyman's up over the top. Marshall doing some heavy work in there. Logue also. Both players had the ball. Umpire will come in. And a restart play. It hasn't moved far from that centre circle. So Ryan just doing his role in there. He's jumping, but this time he doesn't jump. He just lets Hyman take it out of the ground, out of the air, takes into the forward line. Carson comes up, got the handball away. Grosdanoski tried to be smart on the right boot. I'll tell you what, it's not too bad.
Smart, yeah.
And just to make sure of it, Carson says, I'll just finish it off for his 4th goal. And now Inverleigh regain the lead. So they're 9 goals, 8. They lead Thompson on 8-9. 15 minutes gone. Third quarter of the Grandy Cycling Sports. Third quarter scoreboard.
Time to put your A-grade midfield back in, boys. I'd suggest, you can't. They've got Jacker in there who's going to do a bit of ruck work. Brent McLeod's gone in. Sims is still there. Howell's back. When you get a lead like you get a lead, you've just got to, press hard because this game's going to be one of those games that's on a knife's edge all day.
So back in the middle of the ground, Hybens and Jacker. Jacker got the second one down, then collected himself, went little half kick into the half forward line, picked up by Dan Grosdanoski, went back to Filet, running on his left foot, goes back towards centre wing, Armstrong the target, over the top, Smith, able to knock the ball away, and it goes back to the boundary line, picked up by Cations, and he goes over the boundary line. So a ball in to take place on a centre wing as ball re-enters the foray.
I don't think it'd be a bad thing to run Sammy Jacker with Hybens because he's athletic and he can jump.
So ball thrown back in by the umpire. Hybens got the ball down. Armstrong went through, couldn't take possession. Hands and knees. I bet you that's Holwell, but we can't see from here. But it'd be either him or White, one of the two. And Reese Holwell was the last bloke to get off the ground.
He's fantastic at that.
Hybens this time, ruck contest, goes to Smith of Thompson to Holwell on the right boot. Able to good look, went over the top of McLeod, just missed the target, can run back onto it, slides into it, so does Grosdanoski. Ball runs over the boundary line, and we're going to have a ball in just outside forward 50.
Just going over the order of the goal kickers. That was the first time we had back-to-back goals from the one side since midway through the first term.
So a clearance work, picked up there by Grosdanoski, read the ball well off the contest, only as far as O'Neill. He got boot to ball, so the race is going to be on Mays, out in space by himself, just needs a favourable bounce, got one, looked up, went into the half-forward line, but I don't know where he was going to, and he hits Taylor. Taylor now by hands to Martin Yu has a look up, went back inside, kick had too much weight on it, so it's going to be Grosdanoski that's going to take the mark, and this is Mick. So he's got the ball just on the point of the centre square. He's not going to go back too far, I wouldn't think. So Grosdanoski now, further afield he goes towards Mays. Kick will have enough weight on it, but out the back, Martin has Taylor as a release outlet. He gives it to him now. Taylor just stops and props and looks for his options, comes back on his left side. Kick was not that good. Ball goes over the boundary line and out of the full.
But the only reason that happened is because Martin never fed straight away.
Yep,
first
option.
It's just puts the other bloke under some form of pressure.
So Hutchison gets the lead up from Cations. He takes the mark. So now the options further afield aren't too many. So Cations' little half kick goes towards Grundle. Oh, good mark up over the top, Sean O'Neill. Set Dalton Grundle up nicely there. O'Neill goes back into centre half back. Picked up there, Brent McLeod. Goes further afield. Sims in space by himself. He can run if he wants to. Has Hybens in pursuit, but he's got plenty of time and space. Goes towards centre wing and deeper now, marked by Andrew White. So Andrew White from Thompson has the ball. Has a look back inside. Sims continued down the ground. He takes the ball now. Went back on his right foot. A little bit of pressure. Kick wasn't good. Again, going in towards their half-forward line. And the ball runs over the boundary line. Is going to be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Just on forward 50.
And speaking of the forward 50, look at that scoreboard in the background. Only 5 points the difference. So Bowles is in the ruck again, as is Hybens, as he has for most of his career. Brent McLeod's on top of the ball on the 50-metre paint, and now it's another forward entry for the Tigers. Jackson McLeod's under it, as is de Blasio. It's a 1-on-3 now. It's a 3-on-3. Umpire says, give it to me.
No one can get away, can they? It's just it's a real arm wrestle. It's a great game of footy.
Someone in the last quarter will.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, you'd reckon it's going to break open. And, to be quite truthful, if I was honest with you, I reckon at this stage of the game, Inverleigh look like they're running a little better than Thompson, but that can change in a heartbeat.
So the ball came out quickly, and it ends up outside 50, went to Dalton Grundle. He took the mark. He went short, found Ryan Gerard. He comes back inside to Robbie Logue. So they're just turning around that half-back line towards centre wing with the ball. Has Cations in the middle of the ground. That's where he goes now. So Cations has taken the mark. He looks further afield. Lead-up player, Grozdanovsky. Mick got the ball quickly. Longer kick and outside towards Drew. Mark is not taken, so coming the other way, Jacker. Puts boot to ball. Unfortunately, no options back there. It was all Inverleigh. Ends up in the hands of Archini, who goes back towards Mays, over the top. McLeod can't take the mark. Picked up there. Armstrong came through. Got the handball over the top to Mays. Mays gave the handball back to Grozdanovsky. Looked up, went long towards the goal square. Grundle's going back. Ball, mark, yes. Has he taken it? The umpire says he has.
Certainly has.
And the mark has been taken there by Dalton Grundle, top of the goal square. Chance for him to go back and kick for goal number 2. And just stretch the margin for Inverleigh once again. They hold a 5-point margin. They'll take it to 11 if he's accurate. From, as I said, 15 metres out. It's a nice-looking kick. The umpire says that is okay. Dalton Grundle with his second. And the 10th goal for Inverleigh. 10-8, 68, 8-9. 57 to the Thompson side. We have gone 21 minutes. Third quarter to Grandy Cycling Sports. Third quarter scoreboard.
Dalton Grundle's father was a premiership player for the Thompson Footy Club, Shane. He'll be out at the reunion that we've got next week against North Geelong. So a big reunion day for the Thompson side.
So all the numbers was 6. It's the 86,
96, 2006. But anyone's welcome. It's not just about premierships. It's about anyone who's ever played and anyone who's ever been a supporter of the Thompson Footy Club. So we'd love to see as many there as we could.
Yep, that's the way every club should have it. So commend your voice.
So back with
it's
the
all
umpire.
good.
Middle of the ground. This time Hyman's doing the ruck work against Bowles. Hyman's up over the top, comes down. There's going to be a clearance here. Billy Cations had it, got a little handball away to Gerard. Little side step, put himself under pressure, but he had time to steady and prop, go into the forward line. That was well kicked, and the mark has been taken out there by Carson. So Carson now to his feet.
Some warning signs here, mate. There's some warning signs here. They're certainly running better at the moment. Inverleigh.
A couple of clearances from the middle.
Yeah,
makes a difference,
absolutely. They've got it out fairly cleanly, and it makes a big difference. And there's a few heads dropping as we speak. But look, they can't give up, and they won't give up. This game's ebbed and flowed as Carson's come in. I thought Carson was well held, and he's just got away a little bit this quarter. He's kicked a couple, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got 4 to date. This could be 5.
Yeah, that's
that didn't look
certainly
a kick off the boot,
a point. No, that's a point. But yeah, so that was a bit of a let off for Thompson. So they've got to score next. I think there's only 11 points of difference, but the reality to it is they need to stem the tide.
So Brent McLeod going back and doing the kicking and duties now.
Also just mention at the G Boys, the other AFL game, Hawthorn 8-15-63, tied with Melbourne 10-3-63.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Ball back in quickly. Good mark there from Grozdanovsky.
Why would you kick it there?
Target was Smith and probably the shorter option. So he's now... Mick Gros reckons he can kick the distance from here. I'm not too sure that'll be the case.
Fair old kick. He'll be kicking from 55 out.
Yeah, so Grozdanovsky comes in now. Loads up. Nice looking kick, but it will hit the goal square, and the mark has been taken back deep there by Taylor. He goes outside to the back pocket, picked up, marked by Scott. Little chip further afield, goes towards Smith. So they haven't quite got it outside 50 yet. They're going to go short again. This time Steve McLeod takes the mark. So they'll be next one should be outside 50 unless they decide to go back cross goal. That's what they're doing. Dangerous kick, but that might open up from now because he's got Jacker out by himself, so he can get the ball and run. Just needs a favourable bounce. He's got it. Picks the ball up.
McLeod, watch him.
Goes out long towards Jackson McLeod. He also needs the bounce. He got one. Went for the handball over the top.
Wake up.
Unfortunately,
Stepped over
the boundary line, and the ball will be thrown back in.
Monkey Gardner had made good position there too, but anyway, it's the way it goes sometimes.
Ball thrown back in by the umpire. Hyman's front position, got the handball, fed it over the top. This time it frees up Mays. He picks the ball up, goes back, was going to go back, ends up in the hands of Hamer, back to Gerard. Looked up, little short kick towards Meehan, out the back Ryan. Good work, Ryan. Took the mark. Didn't see Hudson in the middle of the ground by himself. So Ben Ryan now from the half-back line. Delivers the ball straight back to along the line. White can't take the mark. He's going to go back and collect it now. He's got a bit of pressure arriving. He's able to get the handball away. Bowls down, picked it up, can't release it. The big fella got the ball out. And the umpire will come in and ball it up on centre wing.
Yeah, Thompson have got to make a forward move here because Inverloy are well on top at the moment. As the ball goes in the air, Hybens and Bowles fight for it. Ball's knocked down to Stephen McLeod. Ryan Gerard gets it and it just rolls out of bounds. So it's a throw in.
Well, the supporters will have their say, as will the ruckman. Hybens was going to go for it, but instead Bowles blocked him and no one's got it. So Sims will run out of trouble. Turn it round, handball into the centre, and now Thompson are off and away only momentarily as Sims gets it back and Chips kicks it towards the middle.
Martin, who has it in the centre of the ground here, looking long, kicks it long down towards Brent and Jackson McLeod, but unfortunately Archie, is it? Archini has taken a mark. He's done a good job on Jacko, I reckon. He did the same sort of job on Pittman last year. So, that wasn't the greatest of kicks, but it's gone out of bounds on the half-forward line. There's a bit of tete-a-tete down there in the goal square between Archini and McLeod, but anyway, it's all good.
So ball back with the umpire now. As he said, he's just going to ball it in. It's outside their forward 50. Thompson another chance here. Will be able to put the ball forward. It comes in, ruck contest, goes back. Willie Hamer coming strong at the ball, picks the ball up, goes towards Muir. Low flat click, interception there by O'Neill, goes to McLeod. McLeod goes into the forward line. Over the top of McLeod it goes. Ball runs over the boundary line. So a ball in to take place. And it's going to be inside their forward 50. So about 20 metres around from the behind post. An opportunity here. Ball will be thrown back in. Little short throw by the umpire. Hyman's just tried to kick the ball away. Muir over the top. Can't get the ball out. Umpire comes in and will take possession of the ball once again. Ball given back to the umpire. Number of players around this contest. Quick throw up umpire again. Once again, tapped out Hybens back towards the boundary line, leading the race for the ball low. Tried to take him on. Tackled by Sims. Brought down. Umpire says holding the ball. And a free kick goes to Sims. It won't be allowed to get played on there, Robbie. You've got to get back over your mark first, son. Now you might be able to do it. So Robbie Sims now has the ball outside 50. We'll put it back in right towards the top of the square. McLeod's up early. Ball back of the contest. Running player required. Picked up by Walsh. And he will push it through for a minor score to the Thompson side. 8 goals, 10. Thompson, trail Inverleigh on 10 goals, 9. And we have gone 27.5 minutes into this third quarter.
This is simmering here, mate, a little bit. This McLeod and Arsini. I've been watching this. This is on the bubble.
Someone's going to explode.
I'm tipping it's going to be pretty shortly.
So ball outside 50. The kick comes in from Hutchison. Picked up by Hybens. Went to Mays. Got through the first one. Was tackled. And he wins another free kick, Nathan Mays. He just knows when to dip those legs, and he's done well. Nathan Mays, he's got a player outside. Grozdanovsky went in that direction, takes the mark. White pushes across. This is Brad to take them. Holds them up. So Mick Gros now goes long towards the half-forward line, towards his brother. Taylor's back there. Mark was not taken. Picked up man. Quick handball to Muir. Muir. Goods look up. Saw de Blasio in space by himself. So de Blasio, this side of the ground, has the ball now. Kick going short if he wants it. Mays is ignored. He goes out wider. Cations is the player who receives it. Carson's on the move. Goes out wide to that player. He's got the mark inside the field of play. Did he hold on to it? Don't think he did. Umpire says... Well, I think that's fair enough.
He was over the fence when he grabbed it the second time. Oh dear, it's funny how you see it when your own player's got it, eh? It's amazing.
Would have been a tough kick from there anyway.
Yeah,
ball back in by the umpire.
Can't kick it from the car park.
Over the top, ball comes down, picked up. He's fed out. Sims over the top, also low, doing some hard work in there. Umpire will come in and a ball up will take place.
Wouldn't surprise me if Carson just got one late goal. He's already kicked 3 this quarter.
So a quick kick tap up there by the umpire. Sims kick off the ball, goes towards Denham. traps it, pushes it further afield, picked up by McLeod Stephen, out wide towards Jackson McLeod, takes the mark. So Jackson McLeod now on centre wing, looking to drive the ball into the forward line. Does so, goes towards Brent McLeod. Mark not taken, on hands and knees, picked up by Filet. Trying to get the handball away. Marshall interception, runs over the boundary line with the ball, and it will be a throw in. So a quick ball in to be taken by the umpire. We've got 29, nearly 30 minutes to this third quarter. Hybens takes the ball out of the ruck, handballs over the top. Went towards Muir, got the handball back inside to Mick Gros. Takes them on, outside to McHenry. McHenry further afield to Logue. Logue on his left boot, goes quickly into the forward line. Taylor best position, Carson from behind. Couldn't take the mark, and Brent Taylor wins a free kick. Mark, whatever you want. So inside, just inside the defensive 50, comes out wide, goes towards O'Neill. O'Neill plays on quickly. Looks to deliver the ball back into their half-forward line. Bowles is there over the top. Ball runs through both of those players in Hymans and Bowles and over the boundary line for another throw-in. Just over 30 minutes gone in the third quarter. 10-9-69. 8-10-58 to the Thompson side.
And Corio just crawling back into their game. East Geelong 14-7-91. Corio 12-5-77.
Dalton Grundle takes the ball out of the contest, goes back to the centre wing, and the mark is taken there by Robbie Lowe. So maybe one final for Farrar to go into the forward line. He goes wide and goes quickly, hits Perrott, couldn't take the mark, taken off the ball. Smith does well, tried to keep it in play. Perrott tries to keep it alive, heads back towards the boundary line, picked up by Taylor. Good tackle, ball comes out, picked up by Lowe. Holwell also arrives, and so does two or three other players, and there's going to be a ball up just in between their centre wing and half forward line. We're ticking now over 31 minutes in this third quarter. Has been. Suns are starting to appear, a little bit of warmth in the air, make everyone feel good. Ball tapped down, goes toward Logue, tried to feed the ball along the boundary line. Still in dispute there. I think McHenry's over it. Also Sammy Jacker, he's got the ball out, picked up by Gardner, goes back towards Jackson McLeod. Ball runs through the contest. Cheney has it. He's tackled. Was let go of. Picked up there by Drew. Walsh picks it up. Goes outside wing. And Mark is taken out there by Lockie Perrott. So Perrott now, well, he's looking to put the ball back into Inverleys, a forward area. But the siren will sound to end the third quarter here, which will see Inverleigh going at 10-9-69. They lead Thompson on 8-10-58.